That's why whenever you're in the forest, if you go with a hike with all of your buddies, you have to make sure that there's someone slower than you.
Right.
Because they're the bait.
Yeah.
So like this one time I was running away from a mountain lion. Ever tell you about this?
No.
I never told you the story.
No.
Okay. I'm in El Paso, Texas. Late as fuck. Sure. A little bit of context you gotta understand. I'm schizophrenic.
Okay.
Very important context. So I'm used to seeing shit. Regardless, me and my buddy Billy and Michael, we go up to the mountains because I believe it's 4th of July, and we have some Roman candles, and we want to shoot them off at each other. And we were having like wizard duels.
Yeah,
like
right.
We found like a little sewer dish, shooting some fucking candles, and there was a mountain. So we climb up a fucking mountain, we go up there, and we're just walking around because we're dudes. We're dudes doing guy shit, collecting rocks, throwing that shit down dirt. I'm like maybe like 16, 17, who knows? I'm young as fuck. And then we're just sitting there, and it's late as fuck, so I'm assuming my mind is playing tricks on me, and I look to my left, and I swear to God, I see like this fucking giant-ass creature just like looking right at us.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm like, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to freak him out because I'm used to saying shit, or seeing shit like that. And I keep on looking at it, and I just keep looking at it, and it's not changing. It's usually if I just keep looking at this shit, it stops being that way. I had this experience last night, by the way. I had somebody actually see me actually have a hallucination. Shit was weird.
What did you hallucinate?
There was a guy just looking at me through my window of my house.
Oh.
Which is never fun.
Yeah.
And I was looking at him, and I was like, why is that face not going away? But it was all good. Regardless, we're up on the top of this fucking mountain. And I tell him, and I say, you guys, just out of curiosity, like, what is that? Is there a thing over there? Am I like crazy? And they look, and they're like not really freaking out at all. And they think it's a tree stump. And I'm like, okay, all right, great. Not a big deal. I feel great. And then I look back, and I look at it one more time, and I'm trying really hard to not freak out. So I'm looking at this thing dead in its fucking eye, and I'm thinking, okay, it's not there. It's not real. It's not real. And then they look and they scream, that's a fucking mountain lion.
Yeah.
And they sprint. Billy and Michael are fast as fuck. I'm a fat ass.
Ooh.
So I was the slow bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So as I see my two friends going Mach speed, I'm freaking the fuck out because I know I cannot outrun them. Mike's already down the goddamn hill by the time I'm like 20% of the way down because he is fast as shit. Billy's running full fucking speed. Then I hear, it sounded more like a gong. Okay, Mike, who's already at the bottom, hits his head at the sign. And he's collapsed at the bottom of this fucking mountain.
Nice, good for you.
And I have a choice in my head.
Yeah.
And I think, do I run past him or do I help him up?
Yeah.
And I see his ass as a finish line.
Yeah.
Thinking, if I make it past him, then I'm the one who's not getting eaten today.
So you left him there, right?
Left him in the dirt.
That's right.
Immediately. Didn't even check.
Yeah.
I even acted like I didn't know he fell. Right. We get back to Billy's house. He's like, bro, where's Mike? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
Tectone.
He comes like 30 minutes later, and apparently
I thought he died.
No, didn't die.
Oh, well.
Unfortunately.
So it was unnecessary.
Yeah, it was unnecessary. But yeah, that was, oh man. I didn't even check to see if this thing was chasing us. Because it's just a waste of time. But the moment I saw
if
that
it was
thing,
chasing you, he'd have got you.
Dude, there was
well, you know a house cat can outrun any person? Like your cat, Eggy, could outrun the fastest person in the world.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Eggy's fast as fuck.
Well, I'm understanding it's just any of the cats you have.
Did you see the video online of the guy who shot the mountain lion?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Did you see that?
No.
Yeah. There was this one dude. Did you think that mountain lion deserved to get shot?
It's an animal.
Okay.
There's a reason why we're at the top of the food chain.
That's so true. But I was thinking, if that lion chased me, I think I was dead 100%.
No, it probably is not going to do that. Like if you fight it off, like they're not that big. They're like a medium-sized dog.
Okay, if that's true,
yeah,
maybe.
You're going to get fucked up, but you probably would live unless it gets your neck.
From my memory, you got to understand there's fear, adrenaline coming into play. I would say it was at least up to my waist. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, not quite, but I mean, like maybe like if you were a bit shorter.
I was a little bit shorter back then.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm really glad I did not get eaten by a fucking mountain lion, man. That would have sucked.
Yeah.
That would have been.
There would have been no steak and eggs.
I know. Well, maybe. Who knows? Timeline would be way different. I always think about getting eaten alive.
Right.
And I feel like that just can't be pleasant. That's got to be one of the worst ways to die. I'm trying to think of
probably be pretty bad.
The worst way. What do you think is the worst way to die?
Well, I don't know. There's like all kinds of like crazy like torture scenarios.
Yeah,
but I think
was thinking
that,
the same thing, like that one where they put you in the boat with the honey.
I've never heard of that ever.
You haven't heard of that?
No, the boat and the honey, no.
Okay, so they'll put you in a boat, right? And then they'll cover your body with honey and milk until like
Who's they?
Like people that really fucking hate you.
Okay.
They'll put the honey and the milk in the boat until like flies and insects start to swarm and eat at your body. And then they'll put another boat on top of you to seal you in there with like your limbs sticking out. And then they just push you out there in the water and you just die like that.
Just kind of works itself out.
I feel like that wouldn't be that bad.
You wouldn't eaten alive by bugs in the sun in the middle of the water.
Well, because I get bug bites all the time. I don't think I would even notice it because it would happen too slowly.
Yeah, but you're also like
I actually think that
dying
wouldn't
in
really
the sun.
happen.
Oh, have you heard of the blood eagle?
No. Why do you know this? What's the bloody? You read too much Good Night Poon Poon.
No, that's not in Poon Poon. I watched this. I've been watching. So bad. I've been watching, and this is on stream. This isn't even like for fun in my free time.
It? Good.
Well,
Say what you're doing.
I watched all these different fun little torture things that people have done. So the blood
Why are you
eagle.
so excited talking about this? What's wrong with you?
Because it's crazy that people do this to each other.
Okay.
So the blood eagle is they open you up and they take your ribs and do this,
apart,
so you become the blood eagle, and then you just die.
Yeah, I think that was like
opened up.
an
It's-
Aztec or a Mayan thing.
I know about
I
the.
don't remember.
And then they have, that's like a big thing that they would do.
I
They
thought
really
it was like
got
a
into that.
Vlad the Impaler era thing. Maybe not.
He would do that too. I mean, like I know there was a lot of crazy shit he would do. They had one where they would heat up like
bowl.
What?
The bowl?
The brazen bull. That's what you're thinking of.
Yep.
I wasn't thinking
I don't know
of that.
what's the brazen bowl.
They just put somebody in something that's really hot and they burn them alive. They
oh
just cook 'em.
no, like
Yeah, it's not
the
really-
tar or whatever.
Well,
Yeah.
it sounds way worse than that because there's a reason why they do that. So they open up the belly of this giant metal bowl and they seal you inside of it. And then they heat it up to where you slowly get burned alive. And then your screams coming out of the cow make it sound like you're a bull.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a very immersive experience. I need to cover my feet, man. I wore sandals today and now I'm worried everybody's looking at my fucking feet, bro.
No, well, I mean,
Censor me out.
it's actually faster because, like tar and metal have a higher boiling point than water, so you would actually die faster.
I feel like that can't be true.
You think
No, it is
metal's
true.
going to boil faster than water?
Yeah, so it's gonna be way hotter, so you'll die faster for sure than if you were in water.
Wouldn't you die slower?
No.
Am I dumb? Hold up, my brain hurts.
It depends on the way that you would do it. And also, like, I don't know really exactly like how long, because I don't think there's any tests. Like, they did this in like Roman era, right? Like Greek era. So like, it's not really a thing. No, I know all about these. Like, I've spent a lot of time looking into this.
Okay, give me another one because the next one I was going to list was the
So
quartering.
they would put a pot over your stomach or a metal thing over your stomach, and then they would put rats over it, and then they would heat up the pot so the rats would eat through your insides to get away from the heat. That's a good one, right?
That's crazy.
Oh, I learned this
dude.
one from Mythbusters when I was like 12. Have you heard of like bamboo impaling?
No.
So they'll plant bamboo underneath you and then like tie you to the ground. And bamboo grows pretty fast. Like I think it's like a week. It'll basically be a full plant. So it'll slowly grow through you.
Does that happen? I never heard that happens.
They tested it and it worked.
Oh, it did? That's
yeah,
crazy.
it grew through well, it wasn't a person obviously, but they had like a gelatin dummy that was like very similar.
I don't know. I don't believe that.
But I'm not made of
entirely.
jello.
No, but it was like the same dummies they use in like car crashes.
Okay.
So
It's like you'd be
it's
moving
the
around
same
a little bit, and I think
consistency.
that would change the way the bamboo would move.
I saw the worst way to die, which was in Rugrats.
What's that?
What happened is Chucky was eating watermelon
Yeah.
and he swallowed one of the seeds.
Oh, and then a watermelon.
no.
Yeah,
grows?
watermelon grew in his belly.
That's like getting pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think he exploded. And I feel like that's got to be the worst.
Yeah,
That
that would
sucks.
suck.
Yeah. And then there's quartering where they tie you ropes and they put it on 4 horses and they scare all the horses and they run and they rip you in half. Dude, what happened to those
That's a
things?
pretty easy
Oh
one.
no, I heard about that too, and there was a guy they tried to do that to, but he was too well built. Like his body was just very built, and he was like a very large guy. They tried to do that to him, it didn't work, so they ended up having to. I don't even want to say
Say
it.
it.
It's so awful.
Say it.
They ended up having to sever all of his limbs, and then they did it because they're like, okay, this isn't working.
He's too jacked.
Like preheating it?
Yeah, he's too jacked.
Yeah.
We can't even rip him apart. So then they had to like prep him, and then they did it.
What did bro do to deserve that? Like, what do you have to do
I
to
don't know.
deserve
He's
that?
probably an asshole.
I don't remember, but I don't think it was that bad.
He probably did something against a religion.
He like disrespected the king or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
can't be doing that.
Big fucking mistake there.